Marriage. This is the foundation of all human societies. The reality is that when children become adults, most of them will get married. I say most, some do not. Almost all these couples who get married anticipate living happily ever after. No one gets married hoping to be miserable or to make their spouse miserable. Yet we all know that highest percentage of divorce occur within the first 7 years of marriage. So today I am going to talk about this beautiful book, Things I Wish I Had Known Before We Got Married, again by Gary Chapman. Things I Wish I Had Known Before We Got Married by Gary Chapman. How ironic is that we recognize the need for education in all other pursuits of life and fail to recognize the need when it comes to the marriage. The decision to get married will impact one's life deeply than almost any other decision in our life. Yet people continue to rush into marriage without little or no preparation for making a marriage successful. In fact, many couples give far more attention to making plan for the wedding than making plan for the marriage. Marriage is a hard work. You must take time to discover and practice things needed to make it work. The things that need are first, we need to understand that being in love is not an adequate foundation for building a successful marriage. Love is an illusion. People fall in love when the tingles strike. Those warm, excited feeling, the sense of acceptance are the cherry on the top of the sundae. Being in love is an emotional and obsessive experience. Second, the romantic love has two stages. First is the stage of euphoric feeling of being in love with great energy and one is so delighted to do things for one another. Second stage is much more intentional than the first. It requires work to keep the emotional love alive, but the reward is astonishing. You can imply the 5 love languages here to work. Do you remember what those 5 love languages were? Yes, words of affirmation, quality time, acts of service, gift, or physical touch. Then, third thing is that saying which most of us would have heard as children, like mother, like daughter, or like father, like son. These are not myths, it's the reality. We are all products of our environment, our behavior, communication patterns, courtesies, etc. They depend on what we see around us. Together, the two of us need to ensure that those old sayings will not become a reality in our relationship. We should make a list of things, both of our likes and dislikes of our parents, and share. Use this list to discuss where we would not want to be seen and where we would like to be different. Yes, and we need to work on it. Fourth point is we can solve disagreements without arguing. We will have conflicts. It is not a sign that you have married to the wrong person. They simply affirm the fact that we are all human. Large or small, all conflicts have the potential of destroying an evening, a week, a month, or a lifetime. It can teach us how to love, support, and encourage each other. This is by far the better road to travel. The difference is in how you process the conflict. Have listening time and not just talking time. Create an atmosphere of friendship. Big word in finding a solution is compromise. It is not only positive but necessary. It is find a meeting place, giving up something to have harmony, discovering our way of doing. Two individuals who choose to be friends will find solution. You can find a middle meeting place, or meeting can be in one of the sides, or you can decide that you will do the meeting later on an agreed stipulated time. The next thing is one should understand that apologizing is a sign of strength. Christian scriptures have a great to say about confessions and repentance. What one person considered to be an apology is not what other person would consider to be an apology. Some believe that apologizing is a sign of weakness, which is wrong. Apologizing is a sign of strength, and like 5 love languages, there are 5 apology languages. 1. Expressing regret may or may not starting with I am sorry. Like you say I am sorry and you express regret. Second, accepting responsibility. You say I was wrong. Third, making restitution, wanting to make it right. Fourth, genuinely expressing the desire to change the behavior. You can ask question like, can you make me think what I can do to make sure that this does not happen again? Fifth, requesting forgiveness. When you apologize sincerely. Next, forgiveness is not a feeling. So, irritations do not call for forgiveness, they call for negotiation. What does it mean to forgive? When one of us offends the other, an emotional barrier is erected between the two of us. The passing of time will never remove that barrier. Barriers are removed by sincere apologies and genuine forgiveness. Forgiveness is not a feeling but a decision. Decision to offer grace instead of demanding justice. Forgiveness removes the barriers and opens the possibility for relationship to grow. Understand that forgiveness does not destroy your memory. You cannot forget when you forgive. People say forget and forgive, but it's not always possible. Second, you have to understand that forgiveness does not remove all the consequences of wrongdoing. Forgiveness does not rebuild trust. Trust is the gut level confidence that someone is a person of integrity. Fourth, forgiveness do not always result in reconciliation. Fifth, you can confront lovingly. Now, next, you have to understand your responsibilities. What the author say is, or the header of the chapter is, toilets are not self-cleaning. That means somebody should take responsibility to clean the toilets. There are responsibilities. Decide who does what. It is what sociologists call marital roles. Confusions over role is one of the most stressful aspects of contemporary marriage. Each of us has grown up in different models. Second, influence upon your perception of marital role is your own philosophy of maleness and femaleness. We have a preconceived notion that these are male roles, these are female roles. So, understand before. Do you believe in that concept or do you have some other concept? Third, what are each of you good at? We need not have same skill sets. Fourth is our likes and dislikes. We can arrange to do things based on our likes and dislike. Make a list of all things to be done at home. Put initials besides it. Make a list of what responsibilities you would like to take. Also, it would be good to make a list of what responsibilities your father and mother took at home. And then decide how you would like to allocate the responsibilities. Then, most important thing is, we all need a plan on how to handle money. This is very important. Make it our money, not my money or your money. At the heart of marriage is the desire of unity. Agree on the percentage of income you will save. Spend. Avoid using credit card. Consult each other on major purchases. Decide on bookkeeping and who will do that. Next, when you speak about marriage, yes, you need to speak about sexual life. Marital sexual fulfillment is not automatic. What men need is different from what women need. While men focus on intercourse, women focus on relationship. To wife, foreplay is more important than the actual act of intercourse. Mutual sexual satisfaction does not require simultaneous climax. Fourth, when one wants a special or a particular kind of act, the other might not need the same. We need to express each other. True love is bringing pleasure to the spouse. Fifth, sex is more than intercourse. It is a bonding experience. Union of male and female is the most intimate way. It is the union of body, soul, and spirit. That is why in most of the faith it is very sacred, and that is why it has been left for a marriage. They say you cannot enter into this before marriage in most of the faiths. Normally talking about sex is that of contamination and rejection. We have to be more focused on telling than on listening. That is how we have been. But we need to listen. We need to empathize. What is the meaning of empathizing? Empathizing means listening with a view to discovering what the other person is thinking and feeling. You think past is forgotten, but no. Past never remains the past. It will always come up. It is not easy to wipe it out completely. It is painful to know that your spouse has had intercourse before. So when you hear that, it will disturb. You have to be careful about that. Next important thing is we need to understand that we don't marry one another alone. We get married into a family. Life will be easier if you have a positive relationship with the extended family members. The most crucial are the immediate in-laws, father-in-law, mother-in-law, and sister-in-law and brother-in-law. All come with the unique thoughts, feelings, and desires. The 5 key issues you could have are holidays and festivals. You might want to plan a holiday, but there would be some festival coming in and there is a specific way of celebrating. Second, traditions. That's very crucial. Maybe in the family of your spouse, there is a specific way you behave. You need to understand that. Learn to listen. Be empathetic. Learn to negotiate. It is very important. It is enhanced when you make requests and not demands. Last but not the least, learn the 5 love languages. It helps in every relationship, whether it be with your spouse, whether it be with your children, with your in-laws, or with the extended family. Understand the spirituality of your spouse. Spirituality is not just visiting holy places. When we speak about spirituality, we should understand what are the views or what are the thoughts about God, exploring the branches, what kind within a specific branch. We need to be clear about it and how we would go about it. Next, personality a person's personality profoundly influences their behavior. We should understand the personality type of each other. We are all unique, but we should know how unique we are. Characteristics that make up uniqueness in personality do profoundly affect marriages. Like, are you a morning person? Are you a night person? Your food habits, routines of the day. Are we half full or a half empty person? Means, are you an optimistic person or a pessimistic person? Are you neatniks or slobs or OCD kind of person? Are you a Dead Sea or a babbling brook? Passive or aggressive? You or your spouse? Are you a professor or a dancer? Are you the organizer or the free spirited? Organizers will want everything structured, free spirited will just go with the flow. So there are various ways to understand this. You can fill out a personality profile which is available online. The site is couplecheckup.com. Also, there are other things like Prepare Enrich, a questionnaire. A consultant will help you understand that better. You can approach a consultant. So, the thing is, you have to understand whether a person is optimistic, pessimistic, neat, messy, babbling brook, Dead Sea, pointer, painter, aggressive, passive, logical, intuitive, organizer, spontaneous. There are various type of people. Encourage your partner, and you also put down these points in a list and rate yourself in a scale of 1 to 10. How much would you give for each of your personality type, and check it with your spouse. It will help you adjust your behavior. Okay, so that is why dating is very important before marriage. It will help you understand your spouse better. You can understand what personality type they are. It can be a casual or it can be committed one. And it can help you know whether you should really get into this marriage or not. And in an effort to identify the various aspects of humanity, we often use words as intellectual, emotional, social, spiritual, and physical. Are we compatible to one another? This is the key we need to understand before getting married. People do not get married planning to get divorced. Divorce is the result of lack of preparation for marriage and the failure to learn the skills of working together as teammates in an intimate relationship. Hope this video was helpful. Wishing you a very happy and a joyful life. Do let me know your thoughts and comments. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.